Morning friends, I am Chetan Joshi. Welcome to Atmaya University video lecture series. Today we will learn the acoustic, that is the branch of physics in which we understand the physics of sound which we can hear, that is audible sound. For that we require the introduction of waves. So in the previous lecture we have given the introduction of waves. That means what are the waves, how waves are generated, what are the properties of medium it must satisfy in order to create the waves, and then types of waves, longitudinal and transverse wave. So today we will go to the next part of introduction of waves, that is in continuation. When we say the waves are generated, can we have some mathematical equation for that waves, so that using some mathematical equation we can say surely that waves are generated. So if waves are generated, then you must have wave equation. Now if I talk about the transverse wave, then I can draw the diagram. X-axis is horizontal and y-axis is vertical. Now if I take the example which we have already taken that example, that is throwing a stone into the pond. So let's say there are few molecules on the surface of pond labeled as dot. Now when you throw the stone, all the molecules will shift in a different position at a given instant of time. So if you connect the tip, then it will look like this. It's like a snapshot at a particular time in position. So generally it looks like a sine wave or cosine wave, which are known as harmonic waves, harmonic function. So every medium particle oscillates about its mean position in a synchronized fashion in such a way that the energy is transported from one point to another point with a definite speed. So it is called wave speed or wave velocity. The energy is being propagated from point of disturbance from one point to another point at a definite velocity in that particular medium. So ripples are generated, and the ripple is moving with definite velocity, which is velocity of wave from the point of disturbance, and at any instant the location of particle looks like having a sine form or cosine form, which are known as harmonic function, which repeats itself. That means once the oscillation of first particle is completed, after a while it will start oscillating again, and that's why it repeats its motion. So motion is periodic. It will have a definite time interval, and then once that time interval is completed, the motion repeats itself. So it's a periodic motion. Periodic motion of medium particles, and that's why they have definite period which repeats itself. So wave equation, that means any instant value of displacement of particle y is a function of both position of particle, where it is located, and also depends on time, because at different instant of time, keeping x constant, you will find that the position changes. Similarly, if you have a snapshot at a particular instant of time, then the different location of particle will have different position as well. So the displacement is a function of both x and t, that is the location of particle as well as time frame. So y is a function of both x and t. X is a space variable, t is a time variable. X is a space variable which is different for different particle, and t is a time variable. So as time passes, its location changes. That means displacement changes. That means you can differentiate y with respect to t also, or you can also differentiate y with respect to x. Both is permissible. Now in order to have a wave equation in a very short form, you have a sine wave or cosine wave. That means we can suppose the solution is yxt equal to some constant into sine omega t plus or minus kx, or cos omega t plus or minus kx, because both the sine and cosine waves are permissible, because sine and cos waves are, the sine and cos functions are harmonic function, they repeats itself. So depending upon the initial condition, either you can use sine function or you can use cos function, where omega is known as angular frequency. That is, it is a rotational motion. Suppose you have a merry-go-round and you give some torque to the merry-go-round, a person sitting on the periphery of merry-go-round, it will complete one oscillation in particular time, one rotation in particular time. So this is called angular frequency. How many rotations are completed in 1 second? That is angular frequency, where f is known as linear frequency. For example, spring pendulum. So spring pendulum is oscillating in one direction only. So it is a linear frequency. How many oscillations are performed in 1 second? In case of angular motion, rotational motion, how many rotations are completed in 1 second? That is called angular frequency. Similarly, k is known as 2 pi upon lambda. It is known as wave number. How many wave trains are produced in 1 unit centimeter, where lambda is known as wavelength, length of a wave. So definition of wave is wavelength is it's a distance between two consecutive crest or throw, or the difference between two particles where the phase difference is 2 pi. This is called wavelength. So all the waves have frequency, wavelength, and A is known as amplitude of wave. That is the maximum displacement of medium particle on either side of its mean position. Remember that these are the parameters associated with waves, but generally it is a parameter of medium particle, because medium particle is vibrating with certain frequency. Medium particle is having certain amplitude. So amplitude is the maximum displacement of medium particle on either side of mean position. So this is known as parameters of waves. So if you can differentiate y with respect to t, time, as well as y with respect to x, then you can have dy by dt also, you can have second derivative also, you can have dy by dx also, which is also non-zero, and second derivative of y with respect to x, everything is possible. So when you calculate this, either using sine function or cos function, you will notice that d square y by dt is proportional to d square y by dx square, and you will get d square y by dx square equal to 1 upon square upon omega square into d square y by dt square, where k and omega is already specified, angular frequency and wave vector. Generally, omega upon k is known as wave velocity, which we have already defined. The energy is transporting from one point to another point in the form of a wave with a definite velocity in that particular medium. So it is called wave velocity. So this equation can be written as d square y by dx square equal to 1 upon v square d square y by dt square. So if you have this type of second order differential equation, if you can obtain, or whenever you have this type of differential equation in this particular form, we can say that waves are generated. So this is nothing but equation of wave. Now, as we have moved in the previous lecture, that there are two types of wave, whether transverse wave or longitudinal wave. So it doesn't matter, both will have same type of differential equation. So this is a second order differential equation describe waves in general. It could be a transverse wave, it could be longitudinal. Both will have same equation.